I think it's time for an update video. And yeah, I'm not really going to be getting all loud and over exaggerated because it's almost like midnight over here and I need to sleep after this. So let's just get the brass tacks out of the way here. First with, well, the obvious thing. So what exactly is coming to the channel, this year? Since Code Vein's going to be done on one or more episodes, if Sony Vegas and Premiere Pro act right, what's going to be coming to the channel? Well, good things and bad things. Bad things being the upload schedule has been changed from Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to the very least Mondays and Wednesdays and, Thursdays. I want to keep my Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays open so I can actually or at the very least live stream when I want to. So I'll be having kind of sort of a pseudo double upload, I guess, on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So Friday videos will be done with unless I have too much footage and I need to get them out within a certain time frame. For example, like the Code Vein videos that I kind of sort of just threw out there because I could. But I guess I should probably bring up another thing that everybody's going to be talking about. What games are coming to the channel that requires you to change your schedule up? Well, a few things. Tokyo Mirage Sessions is already out to the public, and I'm going to be streaming the crap out of it when it comes over my ways. Hopefully it's cheap by then, because I refuse to spend $60 on something that got censored to hell and back, and then remastered, and then censored again. You know what I mean? Xenoblade Chronicles 1 might be coming to the channel, depending on how I feel about that. Like, I love Xenoblade Chronicles, but I don't think it's one of those franchises that I want to bring to the channel, unless I do it on Twitch, which in that case, follow me on Twitch. Persona 5 Royale and Persona 5 Scramble will be coming to the channel regardless of the kind of the pseudo streaming guidelines that are going on right now. Because, yeah, whatever. Side note, I just want to make it very, very clear on something real fast, specifically on Persona 5 Scramble. I will say this to everybody that I talk to. Do not harass the Western team over Persona 5 Scrambled's streaming restrictions. Normally, Atlas does not even enforce those in America, so calm down. It's usually for those who have the Japanese copy of the game way before America gets it. That is kind of why they're there. Do I think it's a good idea to enforce those rules? No. But I am tired of seeing a bunch of people harassing the Western team that has no actual control over what the Japanese developers do, because they're mostly there for translating and voice acting and English and all that stuff. They're not there that makes the calls of what goes on over at Atlas Japan. So don't be that one idiot on Twitter who keeps pinging everything that's related to Atlas, like Sega and other companies they're affiliated with, Arc System Works and blah 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 blah. You're not going to do anything. You're just going to make it more plausible that they're just not going to release any more Japanese games in the West that have to relate to Persona or anything of that nature. Am I saying you should buy it because of these guidelines? No. But I'm also going to say this real fast regarding Scrambled and Persona in general. If your whole thing of buying a game just because you wanted to live stream it and get some clout because you had the game, and that's the only reason you bought it, and now that you're being told that you can't do that, and now you don't want to buy the game or stream the game, then something's fucking wrong with you. So there's my little PSA on that whole thing, because Atlas has done this for every other Persona 5 game. Nothing has happened on the Western side since that game is usually out 6 to 7 months after it's out in Japan, so nobody cares. So chill the hell out. Anyways, on to other games before I go on a tangent about that. We're going to be having Shin Soccer Wars. I'm going to call it Shin Soccer Wars. I know it's called, Project Soccer Wars or Soccer Wars 2020 or whatever in America. I'm not going to call it that because it's kind of stupid. I'm just going to call it Shin Soccer Wars because it's better than just calling it Project Soccer Wars or Soccer Wars or, whatever. I would have loved to call it, So Long My Love remake or something, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hey, Sega, make a remake for, Soccer Wars So Long My Love, please. So we're getting that. I was going to do the Trails of Cold Steel games, but I decided against it just because I don't think it'd be a good idea to put that kind of thing on my channel. As much as I would love to play the Trails of Cold Steel games on YouTube, I don't want to deal with having to stop, record, with that game, especially since how many Cold Steel games there actually are. And I don't want to get burnt out on constantly having to stop record, and that kind of thing, you know what I mean? Also, people spoil the crap out of Cold Steel, so it's like I'm not really looking forward to doing that again. So there's that. We have Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which is going to be fantastic. I love how it looks so far, and I'm looking forward to playing it when it comes out. Tales of Arise, because I love Tales games. Room Factory 4 and 5 might have their own separate videos, but I don't think I'm going to make a playthrough based on those games. Bravely Default 2, whenever that game comes out, you know, I'll give it a look-see. I love Bravely Default, but I don't know if I'm gonna have like this whole thing where it's all up on my channel all at once or whatever, depending on how my Switch wants to act that day. Death and Request 2 I'm going to be playing regardless of the censorship controversy, and after sitting on it, I reacted way too harshly about it on Twitter, so if anybody saw that on Twitter, I apologize for that. That was me overreacting, because whenever I hear the word censorship, I kind of go into a blood-curdling rage. Hopefully they don't affect the bad endings. If they don't affect the bad endings in gameplay and story and characters, then I don't really care. You know, I'm one of those people that's reasonable about shit, because things are kind of necessary, unlike those people who got mad at Persona 5 over 2 jokes that were like maybe a minute long. You know. Whatever, I'm not going to go into that. Anyways, moving on. Trials of Mana is going to be my first Trails of Mana game, or I guess Secret of Mana. I don't know what you guys call it, but I think it's like Trails of Mana, Secret of Mana, or whatever that jazz. So we're going to be going through that when it comes out, and also a game I forgot to put on my list because I am an intellectual like that, apparently. It's going to be the first Conception game called, what is it, Conception 1, Please Have My Baby. Yes, I'm going to call it by the original Japanese name. I'm not calling it by the English name because the English name is stupid. So there's going to be that. And that's kind of sort of all the games I'm going to be going through for the YouTube side of things. Some of it might be Twitch. But before we go into anything else related to the channel, I want to talk about some Twitch stuff real quick, because some people actually care about that, which is I'm wholeheartedly surprised people do. But you get my point. Games that are coming to Twitch are just going to be kind of games that I wouldn't usually put on YouTube because I don't think they fit on the channel. So games like Cooking Mama Cookstar, I'm playing that. I don't care what anybody says. Cooking Mama is a great game. I love that franchise, and I'm just glad it's coming back. Call me whatever you want to. I'm just glad my Cooking Mama is back. That sounds really bad, but you know, you get what I mean. I'm also going to be going through Tales of Eternia. I'm also going to be going through the original Persona games, except for Persona 3, because I don't feel like going through the Persona 3 portable version. I might go through Persona 4 Golden if I can get my Vita TV running again, and Persona 5 I'll just go through Royale, and it'll be on YouTube and Twitch, so yeah. But moving on from that, we'll have Dragon Quest XI-S coming to the Twitch side of things. It was going to be on the YouTube side of things, but I don't really feel like going through Dragon Quest on YouTube because I know how people act. And if I get something wrong about Dragon Quest, I don't want to have to get blood-gurgling curls or blood yelling about I called something this wrong, or I didn't do this side quest and this side quest, or whatever. You get my point. The last game that will be coming to the Twitch side of things, unless I straight up forget about it, will more than likely be the original, I want to say the original Death and Request, just because of the fact that I actually really like Dragon Quest 11, or not Dragon Quest 11, but Death and Request 1, and it's kind of sort of to prep me for Death and Request 2. Just so I can go through that game again, and also Omega Quintet, because I've never actually beaten the game before, but I heard it's like really fucking bad in the end game. So I want to see pretty much everything that what the game has to offer, and I just like torturing myself for some reason. So yeah, that's all I really have right now. There will be changes here and there, but it'll be generally the same as much as I can. So whatever. But I do want to bring up something that I feel like people are going to have to understand. So, Persona 5 Persona 5 Royal, or Persona 5 The Royal, whatever you want to call it. It comes out in March on the 31st, meaning I won't have any content until March. So until like maybe March 30th, 31st, or whatever, my YouTube will be in a hiatus after the final episode of Code Vein comes out. I hope you guys understand that, because I do have some other videos I want to work on for the channel, and I think I'm going to use that time in between playthroughs to work on that. But that also brings me to another thing that I am not fond of bringing up, which is, where is the Atelier Ryza video? Sadly, I've decided to scrap the video entirely and just merge it in with another video idea that I got while I was kind of sort of sulking about the fact that Ryza kind of sort of isn't popular anymore. So I'm just kind of like, oh, I was going to talk about, you know, Ryza and all the great things that it brings to the franchise and to the table, while it had some, you know, rough patches that I noticed, but it wasn't inherently ruining my experience. But I decided, why not just talk about games that I feel like don't get enough love anymore, literally because people are more focused on games like the Cold Steel games, Persona, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I'm probably going to make a video like that and have a segment for Atelier just for Atelier. And no, I'm not going to be like, oh, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was such an underrated game. That game is great and all, but that game has issues, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love that game. I really do. I think it's probably the best Xenoblade game next to Xenoblade Chronicles X. But I do feel like it's not a game that is underappreciated, you know what I mean? Like, I want to go specifically for games that are underappreciated by the general mass, not just, you know, underappreciated by those who think the Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be a great game, you know what I mean? So, there's that. Another thing, though, is another game franchise that I'm just not going to even bother putting on there is Fire Emblem. Now, originally, when I had the idea in my head, I thought, maybe I should talk about the old Fire Emblem games, but two problems with that. Fire Emblem isn't necessarily niche anymore, or at the very least, it's not, you know, under a rock somewhere, thanks to Fire Emblem Awakening, and now I still get people bugging me about the fact that, oh my god, Fire Emblem isn't Fire Emblem anymore because they added the romance system or whatever, and even that it's been in games for a while now, and people are still mad about it, and because of the fact that, oh my god, why are all the Fire Emblem characters nowadays teenagers or whatever? You know, totally not like that's a kind of a sort of a winning formula that is able to keep the company afloat so they can make other games that they want to without worrying about financial loss and going bankrupt. You know, that whole thing. But I'm also going to avoid Fire Emblem because Three Houses put Fire Emblem back on the map again, despite the graphical decline of Fire Emblem in Three Houses. I still definitely feel like that game is not underrated, or the Fire Emblem franchise is underrated at all. So basically, what I'm trying to get at is I'm trying not to put games that obviously would make it into Smash Brothers, basically. So, like, no Marios, no Xenoblade, no fucking Fire Emblem, and so on and so forth. I kind of want to go for games that I've actually played throughout my childhood that just never get talked about it anymore. Like, Manic Kamiya is one of the best fucking RPGs that I've played in the past, but it never gets talked about because people are more focused on Persona or fucking Final Fantasy and whatnot, and the games that are quote-unquote the big cheese games, you know what I mean? So that video will be out when I can. I just gotta go and record a whole bunch of footage because that video is gonna be kind of long, so that's a thing. So, anyways, I think that's really all I wanted for this video. So just a recap for those who want a TLDR version. I'm going to be changing my upload schedule a bit just to compensate for either college and also just so I have the weekend to myself if I want to. Also, I'm going to make a bit of a change in the games that I'm playing for Twitch and YouTube, blah, 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 blah. If you want a list of the games that I'm going to be playing on, you know, Twitch, you can pretty much go to my Discord, links in the description, and you can go to my Twitter, where I kind of go into full-on resting bitch face mode when it comes to games that I'm really hyped for, that come to the YouTube side of things. So, there's that whole shebang. Oh, right, before this video also ends, I kind of want to put a goal here for you guys. So we're very, very, very close to hitting 500 subscribers, and it would mean the world if you guys, you know, I hate asking this because every YouTuber and their mother does this crap, and it's actually annoying. But if you guys got me to 500 subscribers, that would actually mean the world, if anything else. We are so freaking close, and I can feel it. By that time, more than likely, I'll have the new channel trailer ready. But, you know, I just literally want to let you guys know we are very close to 500. I also will be getting some of the channel assets changed soon, because I've had the same channel assets for about a year now. And I feel like it's time for a change, specifically with like the games lineup on my top screen, or my banner, and also for my icon on YouTube, because I've had that thing for about a year or so. So I think it's about time for a change, so get ready for that. Sorry this video is also kind of a mess. I recorded this while I'm like extremely tired, and also kind of on a caffeine deficiency. So I'm not as like uppity as I usually am when I wake up in the morning and I'm playing Fire Emblem. By the way, I play Fire Emblem a lot on stream, so if you guys really want to see me play Fire Emblem and get my face kicked in by the Ashen Wolves or whatever, then go to my Twitch. I play a lot of random games whenever I want to, and then there's also playthrough days. So if you guys really actually enjoy what I do, links in the description to my Discord, to my Twitch, to my Twitter, all that crap. But also, I think one last thing though, I want to thank a lot of the people that put up with me for the last year or so, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've not been in the greatest situations, but a lot of my mates put up with me for like the last few months. So I just want to say, you guys know who you are. Trust me, you all know who you are. And I just want to say thanks for that. So without further ado, guys, I'm the Ramen King, signing out for another time, another place, and another year. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the Ramen Army. Also, I'm going to be changing that tagline soon, because honestly, that kind of sounds cringy. Also, I might change my username on YouTube. I'm still going to be like, you know, Ramen King 24/7 everywhere else. But I feel like I should probably change the name just so it's easier to find on YouTube, instead of, you know, just the Ramen King 24/7. Maybe something a bit simpler, like just Ramen King, or the King of Ramen, or whatever. If you guys have any recommendations of what I should change my, you know, YouTube name to, leave a comment down below. I'll try to find it. For some odd reason, YouTube Studios really makes it hard for me to find people's comments on videos, because of filtered words that I have. So if you guys are using like the N-word or whatever, you're probably not gonna have your video or your comment read. So have fun with that nonsense. But without further ado, guys, I'm the Ramen King, and I'll see you guys next time.